Hello and welcome to Light, Life and Love, episode 3. I am still taken aback at how many folk do not believe in dark forces or demonic entities. Even in religious institutions, few representatives of the church, of the temples and such like will admit to such beings. Whether because they see it all as superstitious or don't want to look like superstitious types, I do not know. But as I think it was Voltaire reminds us, or was it Baudelaire, the greatest trick the devil pulls is to make us think that he does not exist. What is the devil's mission? To steal our souls. Souls are a precious commodity. Our souls return to the divine, if we are worthy, though remember the divine source is all forgiving, so all are welcome. But the devil often sets a trap to capture our souls. He puts up nets, like a butterfly catcher, and chases after them, whereas the Christ, who is a fisherman, sets up nets for us to swim to. In ancient Egypt, in books written by Thoth, or Thoth, or Jehuti, depending on your way of saying his name, Thoth, the wise god of so much, Thoth warns us of soul catchers, creatures set up by the dark forces with the mission to capture souls for the dark gods to devour or imprison, or even to make slaves of us. Thoth wrote down warnings on how to avoid being captured by these demonic soul hunters. Thoth prepares us, shows us ways to avoid being captured in the butterfly net. Thoth shows us how to outrun the hunters, how to purify our hearts and souls so they cannot be corrupted by the tricks the dark forces pull on us. How not to be deluded by the illusions that the dark forces put before us, to see through the temptations the dark forces offer us. So Thoth's ancient wisdom is relevant today because the dark forces are still sniffing out our souls and trying to capture them. What happens when they have them? Whose can they nab? Once captured, a soul can be tortured, used as a slave to do demonic chores, and I don't just mean the housework. Dark entities feed off humanity's misery and pain, so inflicting pain on a captured soul gives them a good meal. But the biggest bonus for the dark forces is that they have captured one of the divine source's beloved souls, and the divine source can do nothing about it because the divine source gave us all free will. So the divine source cannot intervene. But do not lose hope at this, for the divine source has sent emissaries such as Thoth to warn us of this play by the dark forces and to warn us of ways to protect one's soul. Rudolf Steiner also warns us of these dark forces. According to Steiner's cosmology, this planet will evolve and humanity along with it. But if the dark forces have their way, they will do all they can to stop this progression. They don't want evolution. They want to put a stop to the divine source's plans. How do they do that? Steiner states that the dark forces, particularly the Ahriman side of things, sneak into our rooms at night whilst we sleep and attempt to change our body. Not our physical body, but our etheric. Whilst we sleep, our ego and astral body go off to the astral realms, leaving our physical body with the etheric body asleep. Along with the physical body. The etheric body contains the life force, and rather than snuff that out, the Ahrimanic forces endeavour to replace it with an etheric body that they have created, one that can still hold our life force, but when one dies, instead of dissolving in the natural way, this doppelganger etheric body, it keeps the human being trapped in an Ahrimanic plane. Though Steiner adds as a caveat that this attempt by the Ahrimanic forces to replace an etheric body rarely succeeds. Though I'm beginning to wonder if since Steiner gave these talks, 100 years ago, maybe the Ahrimanic forces have found a way to do this dastardly deed. Steiner says it does not work, except in rare cases, because the Christ is in the ether, protecting one and all. Yet still we must protect our souls. We must strengthen our bodies, all of them, set our minds and hearts to love, light and life, and be prepared when the dark forces try to knock us down, attempt to weaken us, hunt us down for our souls. We must walk in the light, say our protection prayers at night, and keep our souls safe.